Hello everybody, it's Commandos here and welcome to my video game review. This time we talk about Fear. Fear is a first-person shooter mixed with some psychological horror, developed by Monolith Productions in October 2005. The game's story focuses on a special unit called F.E.A.R, which is an acronym for First Encounter Assault Recon. This unit specializes in investigating and neutralizing dangerous and paranormal threats. The player takes role of a new member of the unit with a nickname Pointman. It is quickly revealed that Pointman has incredibly fast reaction time, which in-game allows us to use so-called reflex time. It's basically same as a bullet time from Max Payne series. It allows us to slow time in combat, and I've got to admit, it's quite cinematic. In the game, we mainly deal with cloned soldiers that are telepathically controlled by a man named Vettel. Killing him will automatically shut down clones, otherwise known as replicas. But, like in a simple at first story, it complicates. Turns out there's a creepy little girl, dressed in red, heavily inspired by horrors, like Ring and Grudge. Turns out, the girl is connected to all of it. The strongest point of this game is definitely combat and its AI. We can have plenty of options if it comes to guns. We can dual-wield pistols, have SMGs, powerful at close range shotguns, but there are also more interesting guns and gadgets we can find in the mid and late game, like the Penetrator, multi-rocket launcher or particle weapon, which literally separates flesh from the bones and turns enemies into red paste. We also have standard grenades, mines, and remote bombs. Our character can fight unarmed. We can perform bicycle kick, standard punch, slide kick, and sweeping kick. As you can see, there are plenty of ways to deal with enemies. Let's return to its AI system, whereas developers named it GOAP, which stands for Goal-Oriented Action Planning. This system makes many gunfights more realistic, as enemy AI uses covers and flanking tactics to kill our character. And trust me, on higher difficulty levels, our character can die from short burst in chest or one shot from shotgun if we let enemy too close. Even when you're on full health, it works the other way around as well. So while we can die in an instant, so can the enemy. There's a decent variety of enemies in the game. Here's the list of some of them. Replica soldiers, heavy armor, assassins, drones, and even leviathans, which are mech-like robot enemies. Our main character has incredible reflexes, or at least that's what's said in the game. Basically, it allows us to use bullet time for a limited time duration. After using up the bullet time bar, we have to wait a while for it to fill up again, so we can use the ability. Sound design in this game is very good. Guns sound as they should, environment sounds are quite creepy and help build the game's dark atmosphere. The music is okay, nothing spectacular in my opinion, just does the job. It's just not that memorable for me. However, the sound design was nominated at the time of release. Graphics in this game age like a fine wine, at least that's my opinion. Shadows and dynamic lighting do a great job in building heavy and dark atmosphere. This game's graphics still holds up to this day. Overall, F.E.A.R is a great classic game for fans of shooters and horrors. However, the horror part gets quite old, and compared to some of the new horrors and games, it's quite cliche. It's not as scary as it used to be at release, a little bit over 20 years ago. But still, it's a game that I highly recommend if you haven't played it yet. I've talked about all the positives, but the game has some problems. Or at least the base game. While the first half of the game feels great and is fun, the second half and ending can feel quite tedious. Rooms are getting more similar and you can get lost at times. Also, sometimes game is way too dark, but despite that, I will give this game an 8.5 out of 10. It's a solid classic shooter with some horror elements that still holds up to this day. If you're interested to see some gameplay, I have a full gameplay of this game right here on my channel. Click here to start watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one.